Do you currently have sites? Were you slowly exiting? Did you sell some? Did you buy some? Tell that story.
Yeah, we did a bunch of stuff. I mean, in early 2020, by that point, we'd built several sites and we'd bought and sold some over time. In early 2020, we took our whole portfolio of blogs. And some of this comes from, um, I've mentioned, Jim, my partner at the time, he likes to go big on things. And we're on YouTube so it's like, let's do something big. So we wanted to sell some of our sites and he's like, let's sell everything and let's start over on blogs, and just create all new stuff. And we had built some really big ones because we'd hired a bunch of college students to just write for us. And so we had blogs with just hundreds and hundreds of blog posts on them. They'd gotten pretty big, but we had them writing, but we weren't really following up that much on optimizing much about them, monetizing them well. So those ones were pretty undervalued, I felt like at the time, but it was still nice. We got a nice paycheck from it and we exited everything at once. And then the plan was to immediately start new stuff. But at the time, we had just hired, or we were about to hire a couple of new people. And we decided that we really wanted to focus a little bit more, prioritize really dialing in and learning YouTube and video content. And so we spent a lot of time with our new employees and just our whole team, kind of dialing in what we were doing with YouTube. We actually created a few YouTube channels on different topics to just practice and hone the skills. And so it was like 8 months before we started another blog. But we did, and we finally did. And we didn't really totally follow our own process. We hypothesized a few things that started out working fine, but then the earliest days of sort of the helpful content stuff in what was that, around 2022 when it first started trickling in, helpful content didn't like. And when I say what we experimented with, one of the main things was with these kind of niche websites that we had done in the past, one of the big keys was just to find low competition, kind of long tail keywords, and you can rank number one for that stuff. And, maybe you can build a little bit of authority by ranking for those and try some things with a little more competition, but we're going to focus mostly on low competition. We're going to get that traffic. Well, we went just all in on, we're going to find a whole bunch of search queries that there's no competition for, and we're just going to write all of those. But there was no topical authority being built at all because we were just shallowly covering a whole bunch of long tail keywords. And so the traffic, like cookforfolks.com is one of our websites. It's a cooking website just about cooking for big groups of people. It's not really a traditional cooking site because it's not full of recipes and stuff, which are very competitive. It's just answering simple questions people have. Like a lot of the articles are, how many bags of chips do I need for 50 people? And, we cover kind of all different sizes and we talk about the different kinds of chips. If you're talking tortilla chips, if you're talking potato chips for a barbecue, it's going to be a little different, right? And it was just a whole bunch of that, but kind of scattered across all food types and all sorts of stuff. And so, like May 2022, the traffic had been going up and up and up, and it stopped and it dropped and it just kind of stagnated from there ever since. And it's been slowly creeping up because we've been doing a little bit of work to it. But, that was the hypothesis was, it should work. Let's just try to rank for all these low competition, long tail keywords. And it worked for a little bit, but Google didn't like that anymore. So right now we have a few blogs. I started one a year ago, a new one that I still haven't publicly announced what it is because I'm trying to build it very organically, but I was trying to do it kind of quickly. And then last year, threw a few punches at me. So I didn't get as far as I wanted to get, but I've got that one I'm working on. So we have a few right now that are kind of at various stages. Cook for Folks has been around a while, but we haven't put a lot of emphasis on it in a while. And that's one of my projects for this year is a complete revamp of that site too. So
Got
yeah,
it.
lots going on. Still doing it for sure.
If you like this clip and you want to check out the full interview, head over to Ranking Revolution Podcast. It's also a YouTube channel, so you can just follow the link in the description, and I appreciate your support. And there's a bunch of other interviews with people like Ricky or Spencer Haas or fill in the blank. There's so many other interviews, so please do check it out.